Fala, Knicks Fans! Beleza? Sou Victor Hatschbach, do canal Knicks Fans Brasil, galera. Hoje, mais uma super live, né? Com outro filho, o primogênito, né? Filho de Anthony Mason, né? O canal Knicks Fans Brasil, pessoal, tá recebendo hoje nada mais, nada menos do que Anthony Mason Jr. no canal Knicks Fans Brasil. Olha que honra o canal Knicks Fans Brasil tá tendo hoje. Então, sem mais delongas, sem mais, né? Vamos lá receber o nosso convidado. Welcome to the Knicks Fans Brasil channel, Anthony Mason Jr.
What's up, Brazil? How you guys doing today? Hold on one second. I apologize.
No, don't worry, man.
Y'all like family, so we walking through the family house, we remodeling, doing some little stuff, chilling.
Great, man.
Olha que honra, pessoal. Anthony Mason Jr. no nosso canal.
But she come the day, the week of, like she did for his birthday. And she knew 30 months prior to.
Bruno, dá pra falar aqui ou tem que esperar? Desculpa.
Não, tranquilo. Não, ele tinha falado, né, Vitor, que era muito bacana, né? Que é muito bacana.
No. See, I don't speak it that well. Y'all gotta speak in English. I gotta know what's going on.
Podemos continuar então, Bruno?
Pode. Você quer perguntar para ele?
Sim. Anthony, first question, man. First question.
What's popping? What do you do?
I speak in Portuguese. Bruno, translate for you. Primeira pergunta. Anthony, seu pai, né, nos Knicks, teve uma grande passagem. Desse momento do New York Knicks, né, qual é o momento que você viu no New York Knicks que você achou mais marcante vendo seu pai jogar no New York Knicks?
Yeah, Victor said, mentioned about your father was a great player in the history of the Knicks, played so hard with intensity, and he asked to you to share with us a memorable moment you remember, say, oh, was a great moment of my dad in the Knicks.
I'll probably speak on just probably my time. I probably have more time. Like, you gotta understand, when it's family, it's like the moments is more so catered to when it's family time. So it's just like, it's more so going to a practice or like being behind the scenes, laughing and joking with them in the locker room, stuff like that. That I have more fun memories of, like, that was just fun to me, because even as a child, you still was caught up like, this my pops. I ain't really seen him like everybody else seen him. Like, it's just, he was a superhero to just be pops, more so than like the big basketball star. That was just for me, because like I was like young, you feel me? You know, like when he first got in there. But like I would say my fondest memory, as far as like just sports, just seeing it in action, was just like anytime he played in the Garden, because like the Garden back then, it didn't go up. Like the Go New York, Go, the theme song, how exciting the crowd was, and then how intense and excited they were for him. You feel me? Like when they called his name. So just, I felt like anytime, any game in the Garden was crazy, for sure.
Oh, yeah, for sure, man.
Great.
Ele disse, né, Vitor, que é o seguinte, que na verdade os melhores momentos, os mais legais, né, que ele teve com o pai dele, principalmente, né, que se recorda, era principalmente quando ele ia para os treinamentos, né, e ver, porque ele não via o pai dele da mesma forma como a torcida do Knicks em si, em geral, via, né, por exemplo, o super-herói em quadro e tal, mas para ele era o pai super-herói dele ali, o cara que tava ali todos os momentos com ele, né, e tal. Então, os melhores momentos mais legais que ele se recorda, né, são tipo assim, fora ali daquele momento e tal, mas falando especificamente em quadra, quando era sempre quando o Knicks estava em quadra, né, que estava jogando no Madison Square Garden, que ele se sentia em casa, dividia, tipo assim, todo aquele momento, né, com o público. Ele falou a respeito do tema, né, Go New York Go, que a torcida ia na loucura e tal. Então, e tudo isso, né, era fruto dos jogos que tinham no Madison Square Garden e tal, com o pai dele. Então, assim, falando especificamente de jogos, era praticamente todos no Garden, né? Falando dos melhores momentos para ele mesmo, os momentos que ele mais se recorda são todos aqueles que ele tinha fora de quadra ali, nos treinamentos e tal, que ele era o tempo que passava mais tempo com o pai dele, entendeu?
Ah, great. Oh, Anthony, I read about you in this book, man. Chris Henry talk about you so much in this book. Do you read Blood in the Garden, man?
Nah, that's crazy.
Yeah, yeah. It's because he mentioned.
I know about you, man.
Yeah, see, I was like a kid, bro. When I like, it took me to start playing basketball myself to get really into the sport. Like my little brother and them, they sports heads. Like Antoine, he's a basketball guy. Like he's a phenomenal talent, cold-blooded. But like even being up under Pops and being with Pops all the time type, like they discuss sports all the time. You know what I'm saying? They sports lovers. I loved it as much as I started playing it. So our relationship was more so like the off the court him. You feel me? Like
yeah, but, for sure.
That was just because I just wasn't. So that book, you know what I'm saying? If I was a basketball head, I would have been read that. But I seen little things about it before, but I've never actually read the whole book. I probably read like a passage out of it, something like that.
Legal. Ele disse, né, Vitor, que assim, o Antoine, por exemplo, né, cresceu, é o cara do basquete mesmo, e tal, assim, ele, por exemplo, joga basquete e tal, mas o relacionamento com o pai dele somente era muito mais fora de quadra das coisas do dia a dia, né, e o Antoine, por exemplo, com o pai dele já era totalmente falando de basquete, eles falavam de basquete o tempo inteiro e tal, né, e que é engraçado, porque acabou que dividiu um pouco as coisas, né, porque o relacionamento com o pai dele era somente fora de quadra e tal, mesmo ele jogando basquete, porque o basquete foi a vida dele. Nice.
Great.
E aí, né, Vitor, o que é bem diferente, né, porque o relacionamento do basquete e tal com o filho é completamente diferente.
Ah, com certeza. Anthony, other question.
Hey,
aqui, ó.
You be calling my name like my mom, man.
This is fun,
Anthony, I'm like,
I call you Junior.
Yeah, Junior.
Oh, nice, man.
Anthony, I'm like, huh?
I forget the question. Wait.
You are in the trouble.
Defina a carreira do seu pai na NBA. O quanto ele foi importante como atleta e pai na sua vida.
Yeah, Victor put the two questions in the same questions. For example, he asked how was have a basketball in your family. For example, a father is a great player in the history of the Knicks. In the same time, is your father. Understand how this impact your life?
In different ways, man. Like in different ways, and because I don't even know what to call it. Type. It just depends on your environment and where you come from. So I can't speak for other people that been in different situations and having like pops that are celebrities and something like that. I'm more so like just gotta speak from my standpoint. So it just affects you like as far as like I feel like it's more positive than negatives. Like anything that negative that comes from like basically somebody putting your family name in a position to basically help you succeed later, like legacy, you know, family value and all that family value. So it's like it's just the way you look at it. So I look at it as a positive because like as a child, maybe you look at it as a little pressure points because everybody know you before you even know you. You know what I'm saying? People put things on you because they know your pops or because they know the people. So it's just a lot comes with it. It just depends on how your environment was and where you came from. Like I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. So I was just a little bit different. You feel me? I'm from down south. They were from the city. Like, so it was just a little bit different. But, you know, genetics is genetics. So you cannot help but be like the person you were born by. So it's just like just seeing him in you, and then just seeing what people, you know, felt about him and feeling that energy as well. You know what I'm saying? Like being on here because of him right now. I played ball for sure. I did a lot of great things while I played ball, but a lot of the times his name comes up and I don't take that as like, oh, you talking about? Nah, that's really great. It's like having, you feel me? Like my pops was Alexander. You feel me? Back in the day, you would be loved to be named by your pops. It's all about lineage. It's about legacy. It's about continuing the name, you know? So I just take it as a positive. Because I always been asked that question, like, because I'm junior. So I got the whole name. So I'm always asked, like, yo, pressure. You know what I'm saying? It's what you make it, bro. It's all good, though. It should be a positive.
I am most junior. Close. My father is Victor too. But my father is Victor Luiz Hatschbach. Me is Victor Marcelo Hatschbach. Almost, almost junior.
Almost.
Close.
Ele tava dizendo, né, Victor, que, assim, para as pessoas, né, era um grande jogador de basquete e tal.
Sim, com certeza.
Mas que tipo, dentro de casa, né, é uma outra questão e tal. E ele falando, por exemplo, a respeito de como, porque foi basicamente o que eu perguntei, sobre como impactou a vida dele. E ele falou o seguinte, que, assim, são mais pontos positivos do que negativos, né? E ele mencionou, por exemplo, que ele é, assim, algumas coisas que poderiam ser consideradas negativas, porque, por exemplo, as pessoas às vezes conheciam ele antes dele mesmo se conhecer como pessoa, entendeu? Então, por exemplo, ele era uma criança ali que estava se divertindo, estava fazendo as coisas ali por ser criança, e para as pessoas era o filho do Anthony Mason, entendeu?
Sim.
Então toda essa questão, essa pressão pode ser considerada algo negativo, né, e tal. Ele diz, por exemplo, que ele teve uma carreira no basquete também e tal, que as pessoas muitas vezes acham que é negativo, falam assim, porque todo mundo compara, todo mundo fala, né, principalmente do pai dele, ele também teve uma carreira, mas ele falou assim que as pessoas consideram isso como negativo, de certo ponto, mas ele não considera, ele considera, tipo assim, pô, ele é a extensão do pai dele, é a continuidade do pai dele, ele é o
Anthony Mason. Make sure you getting that right, too, man. You got... Because I'm trying to follow along. Don't be telling him I'm saying some other shit.
Yeah.
I get on here tomorrow. They be like, yo, Mason saying some crazy shit on Brazil TV.
Yeah.
Yeah. He got all the bitches. He go crazy. Nah.
No, don't worry, man. Don't worry. We know. Mas aí, né, Victor? Ele também falou que, tipo assim, cara, que toda essa questão, né, essa pressão que se coloca, por exemplo, né, e tal, vai muito mais das pessoas mesmo. Oh. This is great, man.
Hey, y'all don't mind if I fuego, dude?
No, don't worry, bro.
Don't
it's
worry.
legal on this side.
Yeah.
But yeah, I love that question because I get that asked all the time. What's up, bro? I'm checking out the truck, man. Oh, yeah. I'm on this little interview call right now. Okay, go ahead.
Oh, yeah. Que
so,
tá entrevista, olha que legal.
You talking about checking out the truck. You like, that shit free, yeah. But, what I was finna say, y'all want to see the truck? Truck fire.
Aí ele tava falando, né, Victor, que a respeito, ele vai precisar sair lá do carro lá. E aí, sim. E aí, tipo assim, só para complementar, que seria isso, né? Que ele gostou muito da pergunta, inclusive, né? E tal, porque ele
legal.
escuta isso a vida inteira, né? A respeito do pai dele.
Tá? Great. Vou lembrar uma pergunta que eu achei bem legal da outra live, Bruno. Aquela do dormir em seguida do jogo. Eu quero ver a versão dele. Acho que é muito legal. Anthony. Oh, like your mother. Anthony. Like your mother. Anthony. Tá aqui me ouvindo?
Ele tá tentando tirar o carro lá, mas pode falar em português que eu vou passar para ele depois.
Tá. Vai tirar o carro, galera? Olha que chique, olha que chique, legal essa live de hoje, hein, pessoal? Até vou aproveitar que ele tá ali, vou deixar uma pergunta aqui posterior a essa, vou deixar a tela aqui aberta. Deixa eu achar aqui. Só que vai ser... Se ele já vê, a gente qualquer coisa já faço agora. Vamos ver aqui.
Uhum.
Quero perguntar aqui, porque eu achei muito legal. Acho que até se ele ver, já vou fazer agora. Anthony, like your mother aqui, say. Anthony!
Hey, you can do that right now because I'm doing all types of shit. You like, Anthony, oh, my fault. Interview time. What's happening, man? You know?
Anthony, these shoes, né? Este tênis aqui foi uma homenagem, né, que você fez, né, pro seu pai, junto com Patrick Ewing, né? Queria que você falasse um pouco dessa homenagem, né, que foi feita com esse tênis, que aliás eu quero. I want these shoes, man. I want these shoes. Fala para nós um pouquinho, Anthony, sobre esse tênis, a história desse tênis, como que foi com o Patrick Ewing e etc.
Yeah, Victor asked to you share with us what is the history about these shoes, man? And because we see the name of the Patrick Ewing in the front, the number of your father, and the name of your father back and on the shoes. So Victor asked to you share with us the history about the shoes, man.
All right, I'm gonna start because I have to. I'm gonna start by I'm gonna give credit to my father first because. Got to think about it. A lot of things that people know about Anthony Mason is purely. Hello?
Oh yeah,
aqui,
I'm here.
Deixa eu aparecer o tênis e...
It's purely about basketball, him being a beast. Oh, he'll kill you on the court, but this man was very intelligent. As far as book side, he went to school for law. He actually got his degree, and he got a law degree. My pops. He went to he started several different businesses off the court. So fast forward, it was when I was a little younger, he had a Custom King clothing line. It was started off as Fam 14, but it was called Custom Kings. So he had his own clothing line where he customized jackets, jerseys, and things of that nature. He was doing it for different rappers and all that. And he actually started in Chicago. And one of the guys that actually worked with Ye, named Jay Boogie, he actually worked with Ye on his shoes, and he's one of the fashion guys that worked with Kanye. But he partnered with my pops. Him and my pops started a clothing line back in the early 2000s, and it was called Custom Kings. So let's just give that credit to just even me being creative like I am. So just talk about me for a minute. I just like to create. I used to draw. I love music. We do hip hop. Got a little artist. So I've stepped away from basketball. My little brothers and stuff, they into the sport heavy. So I stepped away. So I always had a creative eye. So one of the things when my father passed was that we came up with a logo during the time of his funeral. So I really liked the logo, and I just thought about just continuing legacy, name living on. And I got an opportunity when I ran into Patrick Ewing one time at a place. I actually got an opportunity to find out who actually ran his shoe company and who did the designs. So it was just a brief conversation. I've been had the idea some way I can because I started the clothing line first called Fallen Apparel. You can go online, it's fallennation.com. But I started a clothing line first. It's called Forever All In Fallen, just to honor just the people that's passed away, not only pops, but people that had people that pass on to the next life. So I started there. So by the time I met these guys, I was already into creating clothes and stuff. And I just had the idea to do a shoe. And so crazy, I had previously had the shoe idea. So when I ran into him, not only did I have the idea, I already had a sketch, yo, we can do it like this type shit. You know what I'm saying? So I would tell people just persistence, creativity, staying open. That's what got it done. Because it didn't happen then, when I met him. It happened 6 months later. Because he never I was hitting him on the email, different ideas. He never responded. But I would always continue to call him, continue to email him. And finally he was it's a go. He looked at the idea and he was oh, this shit is good. Like went and making the shoe, and the rest is like history. Like I done 3 shoes now. I did a Charlotte Hornet, New York Knicks, and a Miami Heat.
Ah, great. I want these shoes, man. I want these shoes, but I don't find these shoes, man.
We sold out every pair.
Ah.
But we supposed to refurb, like we supposed to come back again and bring them back out.
I hope, man. I want.
I appreciate that, yeah, because that's what I do now. Like I'm into the entertainment side. Like I'm into music. I do music. We got a clothing line. I just like the entrepreneur. I stepped off the court. I love the design. So anybody out there looking to collab or talk and do that, I'm with the whole creative. That's why I love these interviews and podcasts. We got our own podcast we starting up. So yeah, definitely. And I love to have y'all guys on my podcast so we can chop it up and shit.
Oh, yeah, would be great, man.
Great.
Ele disse, né, Vitor, que começando, tipo assim, da questão da história do tênis, né?
Sim.
Que, assim, as pessoas se lembram do pai dele, né? Como jogador em quadra e tal, mas tipo assim, que era um cara muito inteligente fora de quadra, né? Tinha muitas ideias, era um empresário também e tal, fazia muitas coisas. E que ele pegou um pouco esse ponto artístico do pai dele, né? Porque ele gosta muito de desenhar, sabe, e tal.
Great.
E gosta muito de música também. E tudo isso, tipo assim, acabou influenciando, né? Ele tinha várias ideias, né? Ele desenhou, ele tinha falado, né, uma vez com o Patrick e tal, a respeito dos tênis, da ideia. Ele falou, apresenta e tal. E ele foi continuando, né, com essa ideia, fez um monte de desenho, mostrou para ele. Isso foi arrastando, passou 6 meses e tal, né? Passou 6 meses e tal, e ele, tipo assim, continuou com a proposta, com a ideia, né? E tal. E, cara, foi um sucesso, vendeu tudo e tal, né? Ele já fez 3 tênis, né? 3 tênis.
Charlotte,
então, assim,
do Miami e do Knicks.
E aí, tipo, agora, como se diz, a gente nem consegue encontrar, né?
Sim.
Yeah,
Só com colecionador.
I was telling a little story behind it. Like he went from the Knicks to Charlotte, so that's how the shoes came. Like I came with the Knicks shoe, then I did the Charlotte shoe. The last shoe I did was the Miami Heat.
Oh, yeah. Ele disse, né, Vitor, que tipo assim, pra gente seguir os passos que o pai dele seguiu, né?
You see the Miami Heat shoe?
Ele perguntou se você viu os tênis do Miami Heat.
É que assim, eu sei que você torce para o Miami Heat, né? Assim como o seu like your brother, né? You like Miami Heat. My heart, man. Aqui, ó.
It's only
Just New York.
No. I was just asking about the shoes, the extra shoes.
The shoes, I see the shoes. It's a great shoes. I like. I see. Como é que é? Como é que fala muita coisa aqui, ó? A lot of things about you. I research about you. Man. I'm prepared for this life.
You the feds?
Oi?
You're not the fed. You ain't the federales, is it?
No. Peter look like a stalker.
A stalker, assim, I know about everything, Anthony.
Yeah, look, that's why you call me Anthony like that. Anthony.
Yeah.
Vai ficar, como é que é? Stay with my voice, né? In your head, assim. Anthony.
Yeah.
This is crazy.
Great, man. Até me perdi aqui agora de novo.
Você quer ir para outra pergunta, Vitor?
Vamos lá, vamos seguir aqui que eu me perdi. Tem uma pergunta aqui que senão o Chicão vai ficar chateado comigo aqui, ó.
Tá.
Ó, Chicão aqui, ó. Chicão it's a Bull fans. Francisco aqui, ó. Francisco de Assis, it's a Bull fans in this life aqui, ó. Ele pergunta aqui para você se você se sentia pressionado para ser atleta pelo legado que o seu pai teve.
Yeah, Chicão asked if you mentioned before if you feel some pressure to be Anthony Mason's son and play basketball, follow his career, if you feel the pressure, if the people put a lot of pressure on you. So he asked it in this situation, for example.
I'm smoking weed on a live interview. I feel no pressure.
Great. I like this man. Acho que todo mundo entendeu.
Todo mundo entendeu.
Ó, Bruno, qualquer coisa, quando você precisar sair, qualquer coisa, já toma o Rodrigo aqui nos bastidores, tá, Bruninho?
O Rodrigo tá na linha?
Tá aí nos bastidores.
Eu vou avisar para ele então, cara.
Avisa que vai ter substituição na rotação aí do canal.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, I need to leave, and Rodrigo will replace me here, and we joking around saying, yeah, the rotation of
this channel.
Of this channel.
I'm good. Y'all got like probably like 20 more minutes.
Okay.
I like your style to mention the thanks, man. It was great, man. I'm so sorry to.
Bro. Thank you.
Oh yeah, bye, man.
Keep in touch. Hit me on IG.
Yeah, Victor. Yeah, we will send, man. Thank you again.
Deixa eu colocar aqui o Rodrigo, então. Vai, Bruno.
Falou, Victor. Até mais.
Falou. Vamos lá, vamos receber aqui Rodrigo Pinheiro aqui, ó, nosso novo intérprete, translator nessa live. Valeu aí, Rodrigo. Vamos dar continuidade?
Vamos nessa, Vitão. Hi, Anthony. How are you? Nice to meet you, man.
No, it's lit in here.
Very nice to meet you.
We live in La Vida Loca here.
La Vida Louca.
Sempre La Vida Louca, né?
Sempre. Ó, outra pergunta aqui, então, Rodrigo, para a gente fazer pro Anthony. Another question.
Victor, have another question for you. And I talk to you momentarily.
Okay.
Na outra live, nós falamos com o Antoine a respeito do... Quando acabavam os jogos do New York Knicks, né? O Anthony Mason, né, your father, terminava as entrevistas e chegava para vocês assim: Children, né? Go to sleep, né? Blá, 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 né? Children, go to sleep. Queria que você falasse sobre essa história, né? Quando terminava os jogos e o seu pai brincava com vocês, né? Que falava, que eu achava muito legal, que ele pegava e falava para vocês irem dormir em seguida do jogo. Então eu queria que você falasse sobre esses episódios que eu achei muito legal.
Anthony, Victor can ask you for a question. Remember your dad when as a player with the Knicks, and at the end of every single game, he talked to the reporter, children, please go to sleep. And this is a mark of your daddy and at the end of these games. And the interviewers with the reporters. Can you talk about this experience? What does that mean to you and the father play with you with the son like that?
To me, he's a great. That's what he was. Like, he's for the people. He's for the right thing. But, like, for me, I mean, personally, that means he never told me to go to sleep. He was like, see, I was a little older. You feel me? Like, you gotta understand, like, our age dynamic. Like, Antoine and them were really kids.
Yes.
They had an older father. You feel me? He kind of had me young. So he was still not a kid, but he was still young when I was growing up. So I had a little more leniency. Like, you feel me? Like, I didn't get to go to sleep, Dad. I got what we doing, Dad? Like, you feel me? Like, so, but to hear that it doesn't surprise me because the type of person he is, like he's just for the people, for the family. So just to hear like that's what he was doing for the fans, because that's just like what the kids needed to do. But he's that type of guy. Like he was all about family, all about people. So that doesn't surprise me hearing that at all. But there wasn't anything that resonates to me. Like he never told me to go to sleep.
All right. Vitor, ele estava dizendo que sobre essa experiência era muito mais uma questão ali de uma brincadeira, né? De fazer com que as crianças vão descansar, mas também para exemplos, né? Para as outras crianças, não só ele, mas também toda essa questão que ele fala da malemolência do Anthony, de ser um cara muito, muito animado nas entrevistas, também dele ser essa pessoa tão aberta para fazer brincadeiras, né? E também levando em conta os filhos deles, mas ele levava isso muito na questão da brincadeira, muito pela energia que ele passava, né? Isso que era muito fantástico.
Like your mother, Anthony. I read in this book, né? No Blood in the Garden, uma história de Anthony Mason, que eu achei muito legal. Até a gente falou, né, sobre crianças, e tem uma história que conta de Anthony Mason, que o New York Knicks tinha, acho que, visitado um hospital, alguma coisa assim do gênero, né? E tinha um garoto que estava com uma doença, com câncer terminal, né? E que daí o seu pai, né, de prontidão, largou tudo, não quis nem saber, e passou praticamente o dia com essa criança, né? E assim, ficou com ele na maior, realmente de coração, né? E só que daí assim, né? Ficou e partilhou com essa criança de repente o último dia, né? The last day. E daí até depois, até a tia desse menino comentou que o menino falou para ela que foi porque ele considerou como se fosse o dia mais feliz, né, da vida dele. E depois disso, pelo que eu entendi, o seu pai, né, ele, no tênis, ele colocou o nome em homenagem para essa criança. E durante o restante da temporada, ele usou esse tênis com o nome, né, dessa criança. Então eu queria que você, de repente, contasse, né, a respeito dessa questão, né, do Anthony Mason, a questão humana, tal, que eu achei muito legal, e que está descrita nesse livro Blood in the Garden.
Anthony, Victor told a question about the Blood in the Garden. There's a chapter in the Blood in the Garden that Chris Henry tell us about a moment of your father can help a children with a terminal cancer at the hospital, and is paid off his day with the children. Before the children died, he write the name of the children in his knickers in the game of the Knicks, and we can show us about the human side of your dad. Huh? Your dad, for example, for us by player, but they're a very good human being. Huh? And can you tell us about the history about this situation? He visited these children with the terminal cancer in the 90s, and he spent all his day stay with these children before she died.
It's a lot of stories of my father like that. He was incredible in their nature. Like, that's why I like to speak about him, because like you said, more so people just know him about the court, basketball, yes. That's all. But who he was as a person was so much more, you feel me? His presence on the court was just as big off the court, as far as like what people thought of him, when they want him around. He's one of the most hilarious, like absolutely funny guys you want to be around. So he's always a ball for fun. And he actually grew up just his mother and him. You know what I'm saying? So always was gravitate to like family and folks that really, let's say, wasn't particular blood family. So he always gravitated to those pieces that he was missing. So like uncles, cousins, you know what I'm saying? Like they wasn't probably real cousins, but they were cousins to him because they grew up together. So just giving the background of like just why he is so family oriented. So when it came to the fans, like I feel like, because anytime I seen him, it was something that he did that people probably don't know. He had a camp every year, which he took a busload of kids from like each borough in New York, and they would go up to this camp in like the upstate New York, like away from the neighborhood, away from the violence, and they'd be there for like a week and a half, play basketball, meet, you know what I'm saying? Like he did that because I feel like he knew what was going on in his neighborhood. He's not a guy that ever got disconnected from his neighborhood or his people. And that should be spoke a lot about because he never really got disconnected. Like everybody will tell you stories about how they'll just be around and they're going Anthony Mason right there, like, and talking with the people, you know what I'm saying? Like he never really got disconnected.
Yes.
Victor, Anthony disse que o pai dele tinha tantas histórias fora da quadra, mas muito por esse lado bom, né? O lado humano dele.
Sim.
E o fato também dele sempre estar próximo à origem dele, né? A família, sim, os primos, ele cita também as outras pessoas do bairro que ele viveu, que ele estava atuando, que sempre estava presente, até pegando ônibus junto com as outras pessoas, as crianças. Então, por um lado, sendo um grande exemplo dentro de quadra, né, que a gente sempre viu um cara muito disciplinado, mas também uma pessoa que sempre esteve ao lado com questões de até mesmo da caridade, de ajudar mesmo ao próximo, mas também nunca deixar de lado ou renegar as origens, né? O que é muito importante para esse lado, né? E isso, com certeza, a gente percebe muito nas entrevistas, tanto com o Anthony agora, como também o Anthony, o irmão mais novo, né? Então é um lado muito bacana do Anthony Mason, que o Anthony cita também essa questão, né? Do pai sempre estar do lado das pessoas, não importa o momento, né? Principalmente com as famílias, né? Os primos e a família grande que tem, né?
Não, com certeza. Essa live é legal, porque assim,
I think that's why y'all love it, you feel me? I feel like that's why y'all culture, like the Latin culture, the Spanish culture loves them because that's what y'all love. Like y'all like us, like y'all just a little lighter. So it's just that, like y'all love people that come, because our cultures come from nothing, you feel me? So to see the ones that come from nothing come and give back and stay connected, like, damn, he from here, but he's there, but he comes back.
Yeah.
Y'all love that. You feel me? The Spanish, the Latin, like y'all love that. Yeah, that's the story. That's the hero. You feel me? So
I feel you.
That's why y'all love him too.
Exactly. Ele tava falando exatamente isso, tipo, ele tá lá jogando, mas não esquece que a família tá aqui, sabe? A comunidade tá aqui, sabe? Onde ele nasceu, onde ele cresceu, o que ele representa, né? Isso é um lado muito importante do Anthony, né? O coração dele, né? Ele sempre dentro de quadra sempre mostrou ser, né, esse cara muito coração e ao mesmo tempo, né, um jogador exemplar dentro de quadra, né?
Anthony, like your mother. Outra another, como é que fala? Outra semelhança com Anthony, que your father, né? Isso aqui, ó. My mother, né? Passed away, né? Had almost 3 years, né? Your father, né? Seu pai, com a sua avó paterna, eu li que ele também, com a mãe dele, assim como eu, né? Tentei assim, ó, fazer o meu máximo pela minha mãe, né? Eu vi que seu pai também tinha essa característica com a sua mãe e eu achava com a sua avó paterna, e eu achava demais essa questão, né? Então, isso é mais uma outra coisa que muitas vezes as pessoas pegam as polêmicas e não falam sobre essas questões. E Blood in the Garden mostra isso, né? Que o seu pai, inclusive com a sua avó, né, grandmother, ele também era uma pessoa, tipo, muito devota, né? Que ele tudo que ele podia fazer pela sua avó, ele fez, né? Então, eu queria que você falasse um pouco sobre isso também.
Victor, tell an example about his mother. He passed away. He can talk, bring the question about the relationship with your father, with your grandmother. Anthony Mays is very close to your grandmother. He can help her any time, né? And how can you share about this relationship about Anthony? How the relationship with your grandmother, all your family?
With my grandmother, my
Grandmother, mother of your father.
His
grandmother,
mother.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This story. It was just a bond that you can't break because it's mother and son, and they came in, like I said before, together. Like it was only them two coming up, and like my nana is like one of the reasons, like the Knicks and the whole situation of him being on the Knicks, and like just being at this situation where it's a backstory to that. Where my nana was like my grandmother was played a part of like him getting with the Knicks and him being able to be seen by the Knicks. So once they seen him, it was just like, okay, that's that guy. But their relationship, it was just, mother and son. He loved his mother. And that was like, I feel like we're talking about family too as well, because like how she groomed him to be and like how he was so attached to her growing up. And then knowing that it was just him and her, everybody else would be extended family. So it was just a branch off from like the love that I feel like she gave him. And then he gave to the world. But like as far as like him being there for her, yeah, like every step of the way for sure, because she got sick at a point. Like my grandmother also got sick at a point. And like I know my father, like it was just things he had to change up where he had to be closer and be able to get to her and put in the proper places so she can be taken care of. And he was there with her every step of the way until, he passed. And then, as sons, we picked up the mantle after that. Me and my brother and them. So it's like what we talk. You feel me? It's all about family with us. Familia, like 100%. Like it means more than everything. So their relationship was like you would see, like you would think, the traditional mother and son, the love was there. But my grandmother really got her own story of her own. Like Mary Mason, she was a badass in her own right. Like the Mothers Association, like the NBA Mothers Association, there's an association that's with the NBA that's catered to just the mothers. And they have something like that they stay together. They do. She was one of the founders of that. Like her, Shaq mom, it was a couple of them that was one of the founders of that, So like, yeah, Mary Mason, R.I.P. That's my grandma. She a badass for sure.
Great.
Yeah, thanks. Victor, ele estava falando bastante sobre essa união, né, de mãe e filho. Eles eram muito próximos, né?
Sim.
E desde a época do New York Knicks, a mãe também era muito presente também, com o Anthony era jovem, né, jogando no New York Knicks, né? Ele estava ali com os seus 20 e poucos anos, né, jogando, e era uma questão muito presente, né? Mas o que ele falou, uma coisa muito importante, né, que é um valor, né, dos americanos, né, a família, né, a estar ali ao lado de grandes momentos e ao mesmo tempo ajudar, né? Ele chegou a citar um momento em que a avó dele estava doente e o Anthony foi lá ajudar também e tudo mais, né? E a questão de relação de pai e filho tão próximo, né? Não só com a relação da quadra do jogo em si, mas a relação de você estar presente ali sempre o tempo todo e poder traduzir tudo em momentos bons, né? E ele citou também uma questão que na NBA tem uma questão
I'm over here thinking like my grandmother needs a book.
What?
I'm sorry, I'm over here thinking, y'all got me thinking that like my grandmother, Mary Mason, she needs a book. Like about her.
I agree.
Like my father, for sure. Like my father, he needs a movie, book, we need the works. But my grandmother, like she's yeah. That's why he's a badass, because she was a badass.
Você vê como é importante o destaque, né, da presença da mãe ali na carreira do Anthony também, na questão da proximidade de ter ali ele sendo um jogador, né, profissional, jogando numa grande franquia e tendo grandes aparições e a questão também de você nunca se desvencilhar, né, Vitão, da família, né? Isso é um lado humano de história que a gente não vê muito no jogador, e agora com a entrevista aí, ó, com o Anthony, a gente consegue destacar bem isso, até mesmo da associação das mães da NBA, que tem uma questão ali de ajuda, né?
Tem bem importante.
Ele cita também, né, que é uma questão muito importante, né?
Com certeza.
Mas ao mesmo tempo de você estar presente, né? A família presente na carreira do jogador e o jogador ao mesmo tempo ajudando não só a família, mas também a toda a comunidade.
Não, eu via isso. Isso é uma das coisas que eu mais gostei nele. Anthony. Você...
Victor!
Ó, vou até salvar como corte aqui, ó. Filho do mês aqui, ó. Anthony Mason Sons aqui, ó. Talk my name aqui, ó. Ó, aqui, ó. You guys, ó. Stay jealous with me now, ó. Son. Anthony Mason, call my name, guys.
Anthony. I remember a great story of your father. Your father reached the All-Star game once in his career with the Miami Heat. It's more. Can you tell us about this moment? He lived in New York.
Was at the game. Me and my little brother was at the game. Everybody, he took the whole family because it was in DC.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it was in DC, so it was like right up the street from New York. So everybody came, the whole family.
Mm-hmm. How can I live in New York? How can I live in New York and see your father play with the Heat, with the most powerful energy at the court? Your father made 60 points per game with the Heat, reach All-Star game, leads the Heat, not on the court, but his leadership at the court is so fantastic. Tell us about this moment for us.
From his words, it was like he was in the best shape in his life down there. Pat Riley is known for getting like the best out of his players because of the shape and just like how he works out, how he's attention to detail about just, getting the player better. So it's like my pops just felt like in Miami, he was if you see how his body transformed from like Knicks, Charlotte to the Heat, like the Heat, he was a little slimmer. He was moving around a little bit. So I felt like in the Heat, he was just in the best shape in his life. So then he can overperform the talents that y'all just never really paid attention to. You know what I'm saying? Because as his career, he progressed. Like he was able to do a lot more because it was a little more his team when he came to Charlotte. Now I can show you the whole package. But then when I get in shape, now I can show you the whole package at like premier form. You know what I'm saying? Super Saiyan level 4. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know if you watch Dragon Ball Z. But
Yeah.
But like when I'm, as a player, as an athlete, like it's one way to see my skill level. But when I'm completely in shape, my skill level, you know what I'm saying? That's the difference between players a lot of times. It's like, do you actually work out? Do you work on your game and your body? You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
Ele estava falando, Vitão, do pai dele, quando estava sempre em forma, era um jogador muito importante aonde passou. Ele relembrou não só do Knicks, mas também no Charlotte, principalmente no Miami, quando ele já era um veterano e alcançou o All-Star Game com 34 anos de idade, né?
Sim.
E o momento dele falar de você trabalhar o corpo, né? Work of your body, e isso é uma questão muito importante, né? O pai dele, quando esteve bem em quadra e fisicamente bem, era um dos principais jogadores, né? Nas franquias por onde passou, né?
Ah, com certeza. Queria que você comentasse com o Anthony sobre a excursão do canal Knicks Fans Brasil, né? Que no ano que vem, até comentei, na verdade, com ele no direct do Instagram, mas daí deixar aqui na live, né, registrado, que no ano que vem, o canal Knicks Fans Brasil, nós estamos projetando uma excursão para Nova York, e que nessa excursão, eu espero ter a oportunidade, né, de te encontrar face to face, né, em Nova York, e todo o pessoal aqui. Nós vamos numa excursão com mais de 20 brasileiros, mais ou menos até o momento, né, que tem interesse nessa viagem. Então eu queria que você registrasse esse momento para ele, né?
Okay. Anthony, Victor says the Knicks Fans Brazil channel is organized to a trip to New York to meet you personally, but visit the garden and see the Knicks game, and he can share with you this moment. He wants to meet you in person, and he likes you very much. He likes your conversation, your history about your life, not here in basketball, in the sports, but your life out of this world of the sports, your designer or art and songs and
Rodrigo,
many other things.
Wait, Bruno, aliás, Rodrigo, só especifica para ele, a gente tá indo para ver uma excursão para ver o New York Knicks, senão o cara vai se assustar aqui, vai achar que a gente porque uma live para ver uma trip para ver o cara vai se assustar que sai correndo aqui.
No. It's an excursion to New York to see the Knicks. The Victor hope to see you in the United States.
O Mason, I scare you, né? O Knicks Fans Brasil Channel, trip to see. Anthony, Mason is scared. Run this life.
No, pior que...
No, okay.
Pior que não.
Não se preocupe, don't worry.
No, you good, bro. Ain't no fear.
I want to meet you, man. Ó,
when you coming? What day?
March or February next year.
Next year. Oh, yeah.
Next year. We had a time for. I want your. I want your. Como é que é? Autograph. Como é que é? Fala.
Victor, have your contact in the Instagram.
Não. Falei para ele que eu quero um autógrafo dele no livro. Quero I want a picture with you.
Victor want a picture with you and an autograph in this book.
Drink beers. Yeah.
Shisha.
So, Anthony, it's an excursion for the Knicks Fans Brazil to New York to see the New York Knicks. Victor, hope to see you in United States next year.
Yeah, it's a great time, man. It's a great time. Man, another question. Assim, se a gente fosse falar sobre seu pai, qual que você consideraria a principal característica que tornou ele, né, um dos grandes jogadores, um dos ídolos, né, do Knicks nos anos 90? Qual que seria a característica principal, ou as principais que você considera sobre seu pai como jogador que o tornou um dos ídolos do New York Knicks?
Anthony, pardon me. Victor had another question about your father. For example, to this father on the court, what the quality your father on the court? What are the best feature? If your father the best, how can I say, a specialty? Your father at the game with the forward in the Knicks and the Charlotte and the Miami. How can
I think it's
can you share with us about
two things about his game that was special to me as a player? Like, and I'm a student of the game as well. I feel like it was his strength and then his versatility. You feel me? Because strength-wise, he was stronger than your average undersized big. So his strength made him able to guard guys a lot taller. You feel me? And well, three things: his knowledge for the game too. So strength, versatility, and his knowledge for the game. Like, to be able to transition to another position and actually run that position, that starts to knock in, especially when it's from the paint to the front court. You feel me? Now you're from the forward to the guard position. It shows your intelligence off top, your IQ for the game. So, and then just his versatility. You're able to dribble, drive, create. It's 6'8", 250. You feel me? So, like, I think those would set him apart from a lot of guys. He came up in an era before now. You know, he was this era. Big guy, move the ball, you know. On steroids, what's my boy name? Green.
okay.
For the Warriors.
All right. Vitor, ele estava falando que tem três qualidades importantes no jogo do pai dele, que era a força, o conhecimento do jogo e a versatilidade, né? Por ele ser baixo, ele brigava muito com jogadores muito altos dele no garrafão e conseguia sobressair com enterradas, com grandes jogadas e outras grandes qualidades que a gente já viu do Mason jogando, não só no Knicks, mas em outros times. Né?
Mason is very stronger, man. Yeah, was very stronger.
Yeah, very, very, very strong. I got a hit before myself.
Oh, great. E sobre o New York Knicks, Mason? Já até mudei, I change Anthony for Mason now. I change for Mason. Anthony, vamos falar sobre New York Knicks. O que você fala sobre esses últimos anos, né, do New York Knicks? Qual que é a sua opinião, né? Porque depois que saiu aquela geração dos anos 90, o New York Knicks, infelizmente, ficou um time que não é tão forte, né, o New York Knicks, quanto era. Qual a sua opinião sobre o New York Knicks? Tanto, né, porque querendo ou não, voltamos aos playoffs, né, e agora, infelizmente, está sendo uma temporada de decepção. Qual a sua opinião, né, sobre o New York Knicks, né, nos últimos anos e até dessa temporada?
Victor can ask you about the New York Knicks, about how can you see the Knicks play nowadays, and how can you see the build of this team for the next year?
E o que o Knicks precisa para voltar aos grandes tempos?
And what's your opinion?
That's probably the only question I'm not prepared for. Like, I'm watching, I'm listening to music.
You don't watch the New York Knicks?
Not even Nick. I just don't watch ball like that.
You're watching,
I really pay attention. I'm more so I got a program now. So now, like, I'm dealing with the kids more. I got a program for the kids. So now I'm more getting back into the ball, but like either I'm like in the studio or like trying to find something or out of
I
town.
understand. Ele tá numa vida agora que cuida mais das crianças, que cuida mais também do estúdio dele, a música, toda a questão da arte dele, mais do que realmente o basquetebol nesse momento. Então ele não sabe dizer mais ou menos como ele vai analisar o New York Knicks nesse momento, porque ele não tem acompanhado o time.
I had a daughter. I understand you, man. Funko from my daughter. My daughter has 3 years and love the Knicks, man.
That's fire.
She loves the Knicks. My wife, it's a Bull fan, né? But my daughter, it's a Knicks fan.
Wife, Derrick Rose.
Oi?
Derrick Rose.
Gosto do Derrick Rose.
Derrick Rose. Derrick Rose I don't have, but I have Barrett. Como é que é? Eu vou mandar fazer um do Anthony Mason também para mim. Fala para ele.
Victor wants to build a Funko of your father.
In the future,
in the future, be a Funko. This is kind of a toy.
I have mine. I have mine.
It's Victor Funko. Victor Funko.
You make those?
Wait.
What?
He make those?
No. It's a friend of him.
Yeah,
it's a friend of him.
Well, y'all know.
Enfim, né? Eu acho que assim, acho que já deu, porque também não quero atrapalhar o Mason. Mason, queria te agradecer, né? Thank you so much, né? For coming, né? In this channel. I hope, né? You like it and back in the future, né? In your channel, your presence, it's very, very important for me, né? Because you are our son, né? A player. Aliás, I am a Knicks fan because your father, Patrick Ewing, John Starks, and Charles Oakley, né? So this life, it's very important for me, man. Very important. You a great person. I like so much. You are funny, man. You are so funny. And I have the last question for you, okay? Rodrigo, translate for you. Bruno, Rodrigo, tô acostumado, né, com o Bruno aqui.
Sim.
Rodrigo, pergunta para ele se ele, nessa última questão, se ele tem alguma história engraçada, alguma coisa assim bacana para passar para a gente aqui antes da gente encerrar. De repente, ele com o pai dele, que ele pode dividir aqui com a gente.
Anthony, Victor, with opinion with you. There is a moment, a funny moment. Can you share us about you and your father? What the best moment, funny moments you had with your father? Hello?
Hold on, say that again, bro. There's some crazy shit going on. What you say?
What?
Ele tá pedindo para você repetir a pergunta.
Yeah. Can you share us
Can
you
Que? Tá trolando você.
That's all I heard in Venezuela when I talk. Que?
Que se passa?
Can you share a moment, funny moment with your father? Can show us in your life?
You and your father.
Who?
You and your father. A funny moment.
Can you tell us a funny moment with your father and with you? Not in moment of the basketball, but
no,
together.
Like, it's so many. Like it's so many. Like. no, like
I put you on fire, man.
Boots on
I put
fire.
you.
Victor puts a difficult situation.
Nah, not really. Like, it's just so much shit. Like, and we vulgar with it. Like, his favorite shit was comedy. Like, so one of our things was like he used to always go to the comedy club. So it's like it's just too much funny shit. Like, and like when I came up, like I was like a part of the crew, so I was able to joke on people. So like the funniest shit I can tell you, I can't tell you. Like, it's crazy, but
I understand.
Let's just say he was a funny guy. Like pranks, smacking the shit out of people, like all types of shit. Like just, I'll tell you some funny shit, indirectly funny. Like I remember my uncle was drinking, like, see if you can get this. So say, liquor, like liquor. So Pop had a big bottle of clear liquor upstairs. And my uncle then was working out downstairs. So my pop's like, yo, go up and go get some water. Because it's clear he think it's like water, but my pops know it's not water. Like he had this man run like 3, but like he ran like hella, like, so he was hella tired. So he needed water. He picked up this gallon of like nothing but vodka moonshine, like almost died, like, but that was funny as hell, you know what I'm saying? He do other shit like if we was at restaurants, say you at a restaurant and like it's like kind of upper class, so it's certain shit. You know when you at like a high class restaurant, you don't know what things taste like. So he would already been there, so he know, like, so it'll be some hot ass shit like fuego, like fire, spicy shit. And he'll tell you to eat the shit. He'd be like, yo, here. And you'd be like, what the fuck? Like, what's this? He's like, no, it's nothing. It's like, it's good. Just put it all over that shit. And you would be in there, ate a spoon of that shit, like, ah! Like, he up there laughing, falling on the floor. Oh! He was just a funny, like, and like, that's like that's un poquito.
Un poquito.
Like, he was a comedian, like.
I imagine.
Yeah.
Great.
Ele tava contando essa última história do restaurante, que ele vai no restaurante a classe A, né? Restaurante bem requisitado e come uma comida com um tempero muito forte e acaba falando, não, tá bom, mas tá bem apimentado. O lance da água também. Na casa dele, trabalhando. Ele falando que o pai dele é um cara muito animado, né? Um grande piadista, sempre foi um cara muito pra frente, brincalhão e sempre próximo aos filhos, né?
Sim. Queria fazer pelo menos só mais uma pergunta, Rodrigo. The last question. Pode ser? Mais uma só, daí a gente encerra?
Tá, vamos lá.
Você, no caso, você jogou na Venezuela, né? Assim como seu pai. Como é que você pode explicar para a gente as diferenças, né, entre jogar nos Estados Unidos, por exemplo, e em outros países, como, por exemplo, a Venezuela?
Victor had another question, Anthony, about your...
Fala para ele que é a última, daí, inclusive.
It's the last question, okay? You're playing in Venezuela like your father, and how the difference play in the Venezuela and in the United States? How can the difference between the games?
Venezuela just real physical.
Bem físico na Venezuela.
Yeah, very physical. Like that league is for the men. You know, you can't come out there crying, trying to talk about the refs and all that shit. Hell no. Venezuelan league is for the men. Like, you gotta actually out there be in there and be talented to get around your defender. You know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta have skill because they fouling for sure.
Yeah.
That's why I probably think like my father learned like getting his strength from like stuff of their nature, like being stronger because he had to work. He worked out down there, and like playing against some grown men, probably like testing school. Like it was nothing to work out. Get stronger, getting stronger. Like the Venezuelan league, like it was just physical. It was cool though. A lot of talented players though.
Falando que na Venezuela o basquete é muito físico, mas que tem muitos jovens talentos lá, bastante jogadores talentosos, né? Mas o jogo lá é muito baseado no físico mesmo. É bem similar ao basquete nosso aqui, né?
Sim,
muito mais
sim.
do que técnico do que é lá nos Estados Unidos mesmo.
Olha, quero agradecer, né, essa live demais, assim. Rodrigo, obrigado aí por ter entrado aqui com a gente, né? Ter sido aí
tentei me virar, cara. Faz tempo que eu não falava em inglês com uma pessoa, foi
demais.
Foi desafiador.
Então, obrigado, Rodrigo. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Anthony, né? For coming, né? In Knicks Fans Brasil channel, né? I love this life. And I hope, né? Bring you, né? In the future, né? In this channel. I love so much this life, man. You are funny. You are a great guy, né? Very, very funny stories in this life, né? Então, so I love this live, man. Mi hermano.
Yeah, mi hermanos, man.
So, Anthony, thank you so much for your time to talk to us about your life, your father's life, and we can catch up with the Knicks Fans Brasil in the future, okay?
Nah, for sure. Let's do it.
Let's do it, man. After, I will send to you video tribute, né? We make, né? In this channel, Knicks Fans Brasil, né? For watch, né? And show to you, né? But after, né? After I will send to you, okay?
Okay.
A video tribute. Okay,
Peter
man.
send a video for us. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you for your
Thank you,
time.
Anthony.
Nice to meet you.
Much love, Brazil.
Yeah.
Hello, Brazil. Much love. Appreciate y'all guys.
Have a nice time, man. Thanks
Hello.
so much.
Have a nice day. Thank you.
Have a nice day. Thank you, guys. Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.